What is going on, everybody? This is TkNAway. This is going to be a new series with Super Castlevania 4 on the Super Nintendo. I like to call it Let's Play Retro Gaming with TkNAway. So, biggest thing here, I'm not playing on the emulator, playing on the Super Nintendo. Shout out to Elgato Game Capture for allowing me to record gameplay. How cool is that, right? So, we're going to go through this little gameplay. I did end up beating the whole game in an hour and a half. I'm going to do 20-minute episodes so you guys can enjoy it all the way through. But I will warn you, I did rage quit towards the end. But I'm going to just work on editing that for you because it's just a really hard level, and especially with the Super Nintendo, it lags like crazy. And, you know, modern day, I don't like the lag. So, don't like the lag back then. But what we're going to do is do a little run through on this game. If you've never played it before, it's amazing. I was raised on this game. I was raised on Super Nintendo and Nintendo with my dad. So when he got this game, I was destined to beat it before him. Although he kind of stopped playing the game completely, and I just kept playing it. Rage quit quite often on the Frankenstein level, which you will see, which I ended up dying a bunch at. So that'll be fun to watch. However, it's a game that just goes back to my roots, so I had to go for it. And I wanted to tie this Let's Play into a new Let's Play that I'll be doing, starting around the 25th. It's going to be The Lord of the Shadows 2, which is a PlayStation 3 game, the newest Castlevania game, which apparently ties in a lot of Super Castlevania elements into that game, so I thought you'd enjoy that. But for now, we're just going to watch a little bit of the gameplay. I'm going to jump in and out between the parts that I suck at completely. And you will notice the lag as the recording goes on because there's some spots that are just terrible in this game. But for now, enjoy this retro Let's Play, and I'll get back to you guys. Alright guys, first boss battle. This guy's pretty easy. Obviously I didn't have the right special power. I was supposed to get the boomerang, which seems to be impossible to find in this game. However, Holy Water is like the best one, especially for the bosses that are coming up. But totally annihilate this dude. Round 2, here we go. You're gonna enjoy this because I'm pretty sure I died like 4 or 5 times on this part. It was pretty brutal. But I'll catch back with you guys some point when it's got a cool part, or when I rage quit. Okay guys, next boss battle is a Medusa type of character. Pretty sure I beat her pretty soundly here. Yeah, I did. So, I don't believe this is the level that I rage quit at. And it wasn't necessarily a rage quit, it was just, I lost complete focus. And you'll notice that. It's one of those boss battles that lags the Super Nintendo, so we'll see if it actually shows in the recording how bad that lag is. But, you get hit once and you fall off. This little platform, oh, it's terrible. But, I'll leave that to your imagination until that time comes up in this episode. But if you notice, I cannot get down the diagonal shot with the chain. And that's something that people who do this as a speed run, they do it on the emulator because it's a lot easier, obviously, with a keyboard to do such tricks. The Super Nintendo, I don't know if I have older controllers that are just worn out, that don't respond to the sideways. I'm not sure. We'll see. But, as you'll notice, just kind of cooking along here. And if you ever are wondering about speedruns, I think the world record is 29 minutes. So I'm quite off on that, but I never intend to speedrun this game just because I don't have the patience nor... Yeah, I just don't. I can't play this game that fast and not get upset every time I die, because, as you'll notice, I die quite frequently here. So, now it's the next level, stage 3. This one, when I was younger, was pretty awesome. Kind of like the whole cave scene. And there is a whole secret room, which you'll see me going into. Just one of those secret areas. And I love these types of games back then because they implemented secret rooms, you know. It was, I think there's like 3 or 4 secret rooms in this game. I don't go through all of them, obviously, but I enjoy the secret rooms just as they are. I think Konami makes this game, as they have probably all the other Castlevanias. But I'll leave you for the rest of this one. I'll come in at the boss battle as always and talk you through that one. And I'll talk you through the whole rage quit because that's pretty intense. Alright guys, here we go. This is the beginning of the rage. This is the third boss. You will notice the mass amounts of lag here. The part that really ticked me off was the fact that I had the boomerang with the, basically, I don't know what you'd call it, but it's the 3 power where you can throw 3 of them at a time. It's great for doing the combos and really kicking ass on these dudes, but you'll just see, look at the lag on here. That's brutal. And that's basically what ends up killing me, is it was lagging so bad. And obviously when you do jump off in a side scroller like that, you're done. It's over. Now you'll notice that I basically lost all sense of focus. And I end up dying pretty close here, I think. Yep, I just wasn't paying attention at all. Now, one thing that I noticed from speedruns, and it's probably why I was stalling here, was if you can time it right when that skeleton up there throws his bone, you can actually hop over to that top area and just clear it all right away. So it makes a huge difference on time. But obviously I have no idea how to do that. I just watched videos. Not very good at it at all. Like I said, at this point I'm kind of losing all focus, but I do believe I go all the way to the end again, and I'm pretty sure I die right at the end as well. Can't remember for sure. However, same thing all the way up to the top. And if you'll notice those birds and bats that just kind of fly in at the most opportune times for you to lose your shit and rage, this game is pretty good at doing that. And you'll notice that the farther we get into the episodes, there's too many times when bats will come flying in, and they basically set it up in the game on purpose, so when you do get hit, or there is a time that you get hit, you're pretty much going to fall off and die. So right here is the part I'm talking about. They are pretty good about putting those little bats everywhere that really piss you off. And as a kid, that was one of the biggest things. And even now, I told my wife while I was playing it, I said, this is the part, I know they're coming, but I can never remember it as I'm doing it because I'm too busy focusing on the game. So I believe we die here, and it's mostly because I have no special upgrade power, you know, boomerang or axe. And this level's kind of good for that, otherwise you're just kind of shooting the air, hoping for them to respawn in that area. Again, the massive lag. And I still can't do the sideways shot with the chain. I don't understand it. But I believe it's coming up here pretty soon that I end up dying. But a little bit of background again on this whole game. So I remember my dad getting it for Christmas one year. And at the time, you know, I asked him, hey, can I play that? And I ended up getting games just like kid games, Inspector Gadget and stuff like that. And my dad said it was a little too much for me at the time being younger. And I never really, played it or went behind his back until later in life when he said, I can't beat it. I can't get past this level. You go for it and we'll see. And like I said earlier, I got to the Frankenstein level, and there's a certain spot there where it's all about timing. And me and timing on games are pretty bad. If there's a puzzle involved with time or a time limit, I'm done. Like, just nope. And you'll notice that that's the rage quit part towards the end of the level near the Dracula stage. Basically have to run up the whole level, and during that time the stairs behind you are falling, so if you miss a certain spot or you go too slow, there's a spike like gear that'll just rip you to shreds. And again, as a kid, that was something I could not get past. Ended up getting lucky one time around, and then after that, to me, it was a breeze. I mean, it's the timing puzzles that I just can't handle. I feel like if Castlevania made those the bosses, that I would have been done a long time ago. So maybe that's a little tidbit for them. I'm sure they'll implement those in future gaming. But I believe 4th time's the charm here, and I end up taking these two dudes down, which will end up taking us to the end of this episode. I'm hoping to get 3 levels an episode done, if that's what it ends up being the time-wise. I know it was an hour and 40 almost that it took me the whole game, but we'll end up seeing on how the editing and everything goes. But while I'm finishing these dudes off, guys, comment, like, and subscribe to the channel if you like it. If you got any other retro games, I'm talking Nintendo, Sega, N64, Super Nintendo, any of those that you want to end up seeing me play, just hit up the comments, let me know. Now that I got this game capture software, it's going to really help with being able to do all these retro games, and I love doing the retro games. There's something about them back then, but just let me know. And as always, guys, this is TkNAway with BoredGaming, and we'll see you next time.